Coming up, the Seahawks and Bad Bunny lit up the stage at Super Bowl 60.
And with the Winter Olympics underway, 8 Chicago natives are representing Team USA. We'll have a recap on that upcoming next.
I'm Cejovic.
And I'm Kim Flores.
All this and so much more.
Rambler Sports Locker begins now.
So, Kim, have you been following the Winter Olympics at all?
Yes, I have actually. Yeah, I've been actually following Alyssa Liu. I'm pretty sure she's the reigning world champ, right?
Quite a comeback.
But yeah, other than that, let's dive right into the action from this week in Loyola's athletics. Here's Quinton Days with the Rambler Rundown.
This Friday, our men's volleyball team beat the McKendree Bearcats for their first MIVA victory. Shout out to middle blocker Aiden Klein leading the team with 12 kills. With such precision and finesse showed by our Ramblers, it makes sense that we had a 3-set sweep. After a hard-fought battle with 17 points from Miles Rubin, men's basketball suffered a loss of 84-64 to Davidson on Friday. In women's basketball news, Alexis Mobley hit her season high of 23 points, and Brooklyn Vaughn contributed a double-double, securing a 66-55 victory against VCU here at our very own Gentile Arena. This happened last Saturday, all in the name of National Girls and Women in Sports Day. The softball team had an intense start of their season, losing 5 games at the SDSU kickoff. Their last game against Miami, Ohio went into extra innings, resulting in close 9-8 game. That's everything Loyola Sports. For Rambler Sports Locker, I'm Quinton Days.
Thanks, Quinton. Tough competition out there, but no doubt the Ramblers are tougher. Keep pushing, Ramblers. Next, we have Birchard Allen with his take on the Super Bowl and halftime show. What did you think of the game, Birchard?
Well, that was some Super Bowl, and Luca, to answer your question, I very much expected that result. Congratulations to Sam Darnold and Kenneth Walker on earning their rings. It was definitely a one-sided game, but an entertaining one, on the field and on the stage. The Seahawks rolled past the Patriots 29-13, claiming the Super Bowl 60 title. Quarterback Sam Darnold finished with 202 yards and 1 touchdown. Patriots quarterback Drake May threw for 295 yards with 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and 6 sacks. Seattle's defense was locked in all game. They held Patriots running back Ramondre Stevenson to just 23 rushing yards, while May led New England with 37. Super Bowl MVP Kenneth Walker rushed for 135 yards on 27 carries. A.J. Barner scored the offensive lone touchdown. The other came from a pick 6 by Uchenna Nwosu, following a sack from Devin Witherspoon.
Came under pressure, and Uchenna Nwosu is going the distance for a touchdown!
Seahawks wide receiver Jackson Smith-Njigba had 27 yards on 4 catches. Cooper Kupp totaled 61 yards on 6 receptions. Matt Collins led the Patriots with 78 yards and a touchdown. And how about that Bad Bunny halftime show? Honestly unforgettable. A real wedding, Lady Gaga as a surprise guest, and a powerful moment involving his recent Grammy Award, symbolizing passing success to the next generation. My favorite part was the celebration of Latin American unity with flags from across the region and a message that the only thing powerful than hate is love. The music was electric, the message was meaningful, and fans were talking long after kickoff. Just like that, another Super Bowl is in the history books. Congratulations to Mike McDonald and the Seattle Seahawks. For Rambler Sports Locker, I'm Birchard Allen.
Thanks, Birchard. It was a memorable Super Bowl with a truly symbolic performance. For sure, one I'll never forget. Now let's pass it over to Joe Mangold with the latest on the NFL MVP.
Hello everyone. Today I'm looking at the most talked about award in the NFL, Most Valuable Player or MVP. To start off, AJ Lee, I was right when I predicted Matthew Stafford would win it, but I will not brag about it too much today. Now, let's look at why this award has built up so much talk. Drake May, who was second in votes, had a better season record, completion percentage, quarterback rate, and even 4 rushing touchdowns. So what caused him to lose? Well, Stafford went through the most brutal conference of the Seahawks and the 49ers, who both made the playoffs. Stafford also put up 46 touchdowns, which is 15 more than May, and 4,707 yards, which beat May's 4,394. As for another reason May lost, just look at how easy the schedule was for him. If you didn't have a winning record with that sad level of contest, you should be a backup or just out of this league. The reality of the contest is that Stafford fought through so much more and put up incredible numbers. I will say May finally got exposed as he could not stand a chance against the Seahawks defense. I mean, the opposing kicker's points alone would beat the team's entire score. That shows how easy it was for May in the regular season and how unprepared he was for real competition. That highlights my view on the MVP race results. From Rambler Sports Locker, this is Joe Mangold. I'll see you all on the Ramble, and let's pass this one back to the anchors.
Thanks, Joe. Now, here's Jenny Marchi with a Week 1 Olympics recap.
Thanks, Luca. It may be warming up here in Chicago, but all I can think about are the Winter Olympics. Medal events began this past Saturday, although we didn't see any big victories that first day. On Sunday, alpine skier Breezy Johnson earned our first medal of the Games with gold in women's downhill. That wasn't all for Sunday. Madison Chalk, Evan Bates, Ellie Cam, Ilya Malinin, Danny O'Shea, Amber Glenn, and Alyssa Liu earned gold in the figure skating mixed team event with a score of 69. Monday was a bit of an off day, but Tuesday we came back earning 5 medals. The first of the day was a bronze medal from Jackie Wills and Paula Moulton in alpine skiing women's combined event. The next 3 medals were earned by cross-country skier Ben Ogden in the men's individual sprint, freestyle skier Alex Hall in the mixed doubles curling team. In those events, Team USA saw back-to-back-to-back silver medals. Ending our night strong for Tuesday, Ashley Farkinson earned bronze in the women's luge singles. Team USA was right back at it on Hump Day, Wednesday, earning 3 more medals. In alpine skiing, Ryan Cochran Siegel earned silver. In the women's moguls freestyle skiing event, Liz Lemley took home gold and Jalen Cow took home silver. So as of Thursday night, that brings Team USA to 4 gold medals, which is 3rd behind Norway. We're tied for most medals overall with Norway, and Italy is 1st overall in the count. I'm excited to see what's still to come for Team USA. For Rambler Sports Locker, I'm Jenny Marchi.
Thanks, Jenny. Can't wait to see what these athletes bring to the big stage in the following weeks.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting, and hopefully Team USA is in the running for a couple of gold medals.
Yes, and now we have Brandon Wolak with the scoop on the Bulls trade deadline and their questionable roster.
Thanks, Kim. The NBA trade deadline has now come to pass, and for Chicago Bulls fans, it has left just as many questions as it did answers. Going into the deadline, the Bulls found themselves stuck in the middle, once again debating whether to make a push for the play-in or finally sell off the pieces and enter a retool or rebuild. The first move came days before the deadline, as the Bulls sent G League forward Emmanuel Miller to the Sacramento Kings in exchange for center Dario Saric and 2 second-round picks. It was a solid, low-risk move, adding draft capital, an expiring contract, and some much-needed size. But the simple moves ended there. Just 2 days before the deadline, the Bulls flipped Saric along with guard Kevin Huerter to the Detroit Pistons in a 3-team deal involving the Minnesota Timberwolves. In return, Chicago acquired 23-year-old guard Jaden Ivey along with veteran guard Mike Conley. Bringing in Ivey signaled a shift toward getting younger, but major questions still surrounded the future of center Nikola Vucevic. After years of speculation, Vucevic was finally dealt, sent to the Boston Celtics in exchange for guard Anthony Simons, with the teams also swapping future second-round picks. That's where confusion really set in. The Bulls had already been overloaded with guards, and now their biggest player was gone, with no clear answer at center. Then Kobe White, the longest-tenured Bull, was moved, traded alongside the just-acquired Mike Conley to the Charlotte Hornets for guard Colin Sexton, center Ousmane Dieng, and 2 more second-round picks. Moving White officially ended an era. Guard Ayo Dosunmu and forward Julian Phillips were then sent to Minnesota in exchange for 21-year-old guard Rob Dillingham, forward Leonard Miller, and 4 additional second-round picks. Guard Dalen Terry was then dealt to the New York Knicks for veteran forward Guerschon Yabusele. And finally, the just-acquired Dieng was flipped to the Milwaukee Bucks in a 3-team deal with the Phoenix Suns, landing the Bulls center Nick Richards. When it was all said and done, the Bulls walked away with 8 second-round picks, several expiring contracts, still a lot of guards, and not a single first-round pick acquired. A roster with youth, but no size. It was a complete teardown, but still lacking a clear sense of direction. Once again, leaving Bulls fans frustrated, confused, and wondering where the team goes from here. For Rambler Sports Locker, I'm Brandon Wolak, sending it back to the desk.
Thanks, Brandon. Sounds like the Bulls have a lot to figure out going into their next season. Joe Mangold brings us an exciting edition of the Ramble with Daytona 500 trivia.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Ramble. I'm your host, Joe Mangold, and today I'm with Elizabeth Long and Luka Cejovic. Now, guys, Sunday, February 15th, starts Daytona 500, a sport that millions of fans love to watch. Elizabeth, who do you think is going to win?
I'm rooting for Brad Keselowski, but realistically, William Byron's taking it, making history with the first driver to win it 3 times in a row, so that'll be exciting.
All right, Luka, how about you?
While I agree with Lizzie's assessment that maybe he is the likely winner, I'm going with Kyle Busch. You know, he's a 40-year-old driver. He's one of the older drivers, and he's got the experience, he's got the hunger, and, you know, it's coming down to it.
Fair enough. Personally, I'm rooting for Robert Chastain. Not a huge NASCAR fan, but you know what? Love to see whoever wins, wins. With that, we're starting our Daytona 500 trivia. For the first question, when was the first ever Daytona 500?
Okay, starting out pretty chill.
Yeah, you know, got to give you guys a little bit of a break after last time.
This is actually one
All
of
right,
the ones
you both
I
ready?
studied.
Yes.
Let's show them off to the cameras. And you are both correct. It is 1959.
Boogity, boogity, boogity.
Starting strong here. It's 1-1. Next question. I do got to look at this a little bit just to make sure I get it right. Driving the iconic Gray Ghost. Buddy Baker set a record for the fastest Daytona 500 ever. What was his average speed? You don't have to get to the exact decimal. If you do, congratulations.
Are we, okay, closest wins?
Yes,
Okay.
closest wins. All right, do you want to show it off? Let's do it. You are both correct.
Boogity, boogity, boogity.
Wait, but I got decimal
You
point.
did get decimal point.
But he
I
said
did
we didn't
say
need to
you
include
didn't have
the
to get to the
decimal.
close decimal. I do give you credit though for that one.
Okay.
But you got to remember, like, you know,
Yeah, that is impressive.
he might lose, so we got to give him some sort of a break at this point.
Don't jinx
come
me.
on.
Now, for this next question, who was the first and only woman driver ever to make it to the pole? Let's see if you guys know this one.
I have a lug nut from her car, I think, if
She
I'm
was
correct.
very famous for a while. Let's see how this goes. Are you both ready to go?
I think I know the year.
You're putting the year too. I don't have the year.
All
down.
right.
All right, let's show it off. Elizabeth was right. It was Danica Patrick. All right.
But she
folks.
finished 8th, I believe, not first.
True, yeah, she didn't finish first, but she was still up there, which is respectable as hell, in all honesty. All right, next up is a 2-point question. Let's see how well you can do it. Who's the first, or who has the most Daytona 500 wins of all time, and how many does he have? They are
I think we both know this.
extremely ready for this today. Like,
I dare say he's the Tom Brady of racing.
oh, I definitely agree. All right, you two both ready?
Yep.
Let's show it off, and they are both correct. I mean,
Let's go.
wow.
Both have 7.
Incredible competition.
Come
That
on,
was for 2 points, which means it is currently 5-4, Elizabeth to Luka.
Still got a chance. Still got a chance.
This
here.
last question, Luka, if you get it,
This is
and Elizabeth
close.
doesn't, you tie, and we'll go into a tiebreaker
Okay.
round.
Okay.
Well, let's see what
Nail
happens.
biter.
Now, in Daytona 500 history, what brand has the most successful car?
Oh, Lord.
No drawing, no
And I know
cheating.
the team.
You know the team? It's crazy. Like,
If I'm wrong,
Oh, wait. No.
you don't need the team. You just need the car name.
Okay.
The car brand. That's all it is. All right, you
It's an
guys ready to go?
educated guess.
Let's show it off. Both are correct. It is
Oh,
Chevrolet.
hey.
However, as I did say, sadly,
We're on
if
the
she got
same
it wrong,
wavelength.
you two would have been in a tiebreaker. But Elizabeth got it right. Meaning Elizabeth wins again. 6-5, folks. Honestly, incredible
game.
match.
Hey, well done.
That was respectable.
So
Well done.
sportsmanship.
Thank you.
Every time it's getting more and more of you guys just being so well with each other and shaking
Well,
hands.
when you run it so well, Joe, what can we do?
Oh, well, you know what? Thank you so much. man. All right, with that, folks, it has been an incredible episode. Elizabeth, Luka, thank you guys for coming. Now let's drive this one back to the anchors.
Thanks, everyone. Just like a checker flag, that wraps up this episode of Rambler Sports Locker. To stay up to date on all things Rambler Sports, be sure to follow us on X, TikTok, and Instagram at Loyola RSL, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. From all of us here at Rambler Sports Locker, I'm Kim Flores. We'll see you next week, and don't forget to turn off the lights.